It is the Flow Friday Night Sports Show, and let's have a look now at Northern Areas footy. And the great Graham Spud McKay joins us on the line again. Spud, how are you, mate?
Pretty good, thanks, Jason. Yeah, really good. And the competition is heating up.
It most certainly is. Before we talk the footy, though, season update. How's things going around the Peterborough, Jamestown area?
Well, we got it all in. That's a start. Now we need to get it all out. That's the second part.
Well, let's hope that Mother Nature does the right thing here and helps it get up enough to get out.
Yeah, a little bit of rain in, I don't think there's much around at the moment, but a week or 10 days' time would be ideal for it because that just wets the top a little bit, and then if it's just starting to come through, well, it helps it considerably. So, yeah, keep our fingers crossed that all will be good.
What does cutout look like these days for the great Graham Spud McKay?
Cut out.
A good book and a lie down, or what?
Oh no! I hate the cutout. That's worse because you got boom sprays to be cleaned up, and oh my goodness, air seeders to be it's all time consuming, and then we pretty much finish that and head straight into getting ready for shearing, as in pre-shearing crutch and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's. Mixed farming is sometimes not great, but thank goodness for the sheep because they see us through when the cropping side of it isn't good.
We do right off the sheep's back. And no, don't turn your dials. This isn't Country Viewpoint. We are talking about sport here on the Flow Friday Night Sports Show. We'll move to the footy now, and we might start with your boys, Spud, who went up, well, about as far away from cropping country as you can get around the mid-north, up to Orroroo there, and probably shouldn't have.
Yeah, not a real good outcome. We sort of said that they would sort of struggle a bit up there, and a big difference to when they met in for the first time in the season down at Jamestown. But I mean, Orroroo had a completely different side this time, and they're starting to get players back. Nick Homps is back at full forward for them, and so there's a proven goal kicker for them to put goals on the board, and then they've got a couple of the Dignans were back, Jed and Ollie. So when they've got their full side, Orroroo will be around the mark, I think.
Yeah, they're obviously a very good side when they're up and going. I mean, they're the reigning champs. Different team, of course. But there's a lot of them there that know what to do at the right end of the year to get it done. And they had Jamestown Peterborough's number here, 176108 to 2719. Matt White, Henry Hall and Henry Moore, the two Henrys trying their best for the Maggies. But Nick Hompsch, Tom Reed, Declan Duffy, Connor O'Brien, it's the same old for Orroroo just getting the job done, right?
Yeah, no, it is. And, they just, as I said, they tend to start slowly and will gradually build as the season goes by.
Yep.
Jamestown Peterborough, on the other hand, I did mention last week that Henry Moore was missing. Well, he's back there now, and he got in the best players, so I don't know if he obviously didn't figure up forward for them, but is a proven player, can play in the ruck for you, and he's really good. So that will help them, but they'll need a bit more from out of their on ballers there. Even though Matt White is one of those, they sort of just need to be able to get the ball down forward a bit more.
Yeah. Fair enough. Well, Crystal Brook Oval can sometimes be a bit like the Bermuda Triangle. Teams can go there and get lost and never be seen from again. Maybe that happened to Southern Flinders. They certainly got lost after quarter time in this one, Spud.
Oh, this is a massive turnaround because if you look at round three, I think Southern Flinders beat Crystal Brook by 121 points that day, and here they are. They get tumbled by Crystal Brook at the Crystal Brook Oval, though. But it can be that you run into a bit of trouble down there against Crystal Brook. I thought it'd be tight, but I did expect Southern Flinders to win. Probably some players would have been, from Southern Flinders anyway, would have been coming straight out of the Nutrient Cup. And then Crystal Brook probably didn't have too many that figured in the Nutrient Cup. So that week off may have helped, but you wouldn't have thought it'd make that much difference. But as I said before, some of these sides are gradually building as they get players back. from illness and that sort of thing. They're sort of really giving a completely different performance than what they did the first time they met.
Absolutely true, Spud. So back on the 7th of May, round 3, Southern Flinders 22-16, 148. Crystal Brook 4-3-27 at Laura Oval, 131 points. 121 points to the good on that occasion, Southern Flinders. This time around, they go down by 27 points. So that's the better part of a 150-point turnaround in the space of 6 weeks.
It certainly is, and that's massive, isn't it? You know, so it just goes to show what can happen if you don't turn up to play and the other side is switched on. And I guess it is a little bit to do with the way we play footy nowadays, with the 6-6-6 rule. That sort of prevents sides from being able to stack back lines and stop a run on. I reckon that has a bit to do with it. And once a team gets going, it's very hard to stop nowadays.
Yep, would agree with that. Last match of the round, a team that gets a run on consistently, although they weren't big scoring in this game at Melrose. BMW defensively did a good job, but just couldn't score themselves. So Broughton Mundura 9-7-61, BMW 4-5-29. Too good, the Eagles, by 32 points, but BMW, they slashed their losing margin from round 3.5. They lost by over 10 goals last time they met. So I guess they're heading in the right direction.
Yeah, I reckon they'd come away with that fairly happy. That they just need, as you said, need to be able to get a few more goals on the board. 4-5 is okay, but never going to win you a game. So against your top side, though, I reckon that's a pretty good effort. And Broughton Mundura had Brett Ballantyne playing. Now, he used to play for Southern Flinders, and several years ago now, he was in the zone team and is a really good player, but unfortunately had a car accident, and for Southern Flinders had only been playing B grade, and now he's been shifted down to Broughton with work commitments, and he's playing pretty good football down there. He's been playing in the reserves for Broughton, and then they were a little bit short and had to put him up, I think. So that was an interesting outcome from that game, with Brett Ballantyne getting 4 goals.
Okay. Well, the ladder hasn't changed a heck of a lot. Obviously, Broughton Mundura is still well and truly on top. Southern Flinders second. Orroroo creeping up now, third. Crystal Brook fourth. Then we go BMW and Jamestown Peterborough in that order, both on the 2 wins. So it leads us to an interesting round of matches in round 9. We've got top versus bottom at Port Broughton, though, and your Magpies boys will just need to get it together before heading off down to challenge the Eagles.
Ooh, yeah, it's going to be a hard one down there. Broughton Oval is always really good, and like it's in a bit of a basin there, and even if it's freezing cold up here at Peterborough, it'll be nice and mild down there. So I think Broughton Mundura will be far too good, but let's just hope that Jamestown Peterborough can get some goals on the board and just give a hard contest there for against Broughton, but you'd expect the top side to be able to win that one comfortably.
You would think so, but you're right, Spud. Let's see a score on the board. Let's see if we can get 8 or 10 goals for the Maggies, regardless of how many Broughton Mundura put on.
That's right. Yep.
The other 2 games are going to be absolute beauties, I reckon. It's BMW's turn to head to the Bermuda Triangle. Crystal Brook Oval. They may get lost and never be seen from again either. But the Chooks, they should win this one.
Well, the interesting thing here is can they back it up after playing so well last week? And I think they probably can. Like BMW, I reckon have gradually, some of their young players are starting to do better. So that means that they're sort of better than what they were when they first played the first few rounds. But I just think that down at Crystal Brook may just be a bit too good for BMW on Saturday.
Yep, it looks that way. But match of the round is at Warabra, and who will know what sort of Southern Flinders will get? Hopefully they found the stragglers out of the Crystal Brook Oval, I guess the Bermuda Triangle we were speaking of before. There might be a few still lost in there, but they'll need all of their troops up and going when they take on Orroroo, who have come good. They've found some form.
Yeah, they have. And Southern Flinders, look, Nick Pearce will want them to respond. You can have an off week, and we all have those, but it's what you do the following week, whether you can rebound out of that, and that'll sort of prove whether you are up to it or whether you're going to struggle for the rest of the season. So Southern Flinders will want to rebound after the disappointing effort there last week, but it's going to be really hard against the strong Orroroo side who are gradually getting players back. And I've already mentioned Nick Homps. Well, Luke Bowman is pretty good for them. I don't know whether they've got Aidan Lee back yet, but he must be getting close. And he's a top ruckman for them. He's still to come in, and when he does, that will really improve them too. So, look, I guess I'd probably go Orroroo for this one over, even though it's at Warabra. It'll be a good game, and let's hope that they all get through without any injuries in that one.
Fingers crossed, mate. Don't need injuries this time of year, or any time of year really, but
no.
There you go. Round 9 of matches in Northern Areas football. Spud, anything else before we wrap it?
No, that's all this week, Jace. So we'll look forward to catching up and seeing whether we were right or wrong next week.
Good stuff, mate. I look forward to the crop report next week. We'll catch up with you then.
Okay. See you, Jace.